This is Victor Echo 7 Sierra Charlie Charlie. The net controller for tonight's BC Public Service Net is late to the station. I'm just wondering if another net controller could be started at this time, I guess.
Strong signal tonight, Victor Alpha 7 Charlie Victor. Coordinate.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yes, unfortunately, the net controller for tonight's session is a bit late to the station, so I'm just wondering if other BC Public Service net controllers can step in for a few minutes to begin the net.
Victor Alpha 7 X-ray Quebec. Do so if you give me about 30 seconds.
Ready? The net controller just stepped in right now. Sorry about that. So we're going to begin. I'm going to hand it over to Aaron, Victor Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu Alpha. Stand by, everybody.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir. You're just freaking cutting it, man.
You betcha. Who doesn't want to cut it close? Huh? What paperwork? Pull it up from the thing. You can pull it up from the internet for me? Go to BC Public Service Tab. Here's your extra. All stations, all stations, all stations. This is the net control for this evening's BC Public Service Net. My call sign is Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Zulu Alpha, and the name is Aaron. I'd like to thank you all very much for being with me this evening. I would like to blame Vancouver traffic for my tardiness. Unfortunately, I can humbly say it was actually completely 100% my fault. We will be beginning the net momentarily, so please stand by for the next 30 seconds or so, and we'll be joining you shortly. This is Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Zulu Alpha for the BC Public Service Net. As I already apologized. My mistake. Make it bigger. Calling the British Columbia Public Service Net. Good evening. Net control tonight is Victor Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu Alpha at the Victor Echo 7 Sierra Charlie Charlie station here in Coquitlam, British Columbia. My name is Aaron, and I'm located, as stated, on the Riverview grounds, formerly known as the Riverview grounds, here in Coquitlam, British Columbia. This net meets daily at 0130 UTC. Today it's meeting at 0132 UTC on 3729 kilohertz as a public service. This is a directed net. All stations are welcome. Please check in when your area is called. CW stations are asked to offset downwards 700 megahertz to give us a clear tone on LSB. Also, please note, I am not as efficient as Victor Alpha 7 Romeo Alpha, so I'll be getting some assistance with the CW calls. Please do not interrupt the net except for an emergency, to contact a recent check-in, or to correct an error. To save time, please use standard phonetics before beginning regular net activities. Before we begin, are there any liaison stations from the BCEN, Northern Net, EMBC, or the BCYTN? Please come now with your call signs.
Victor Echo 7, Whiskey Juliet.
Whiskey Echo 7, Whiskey Juliet. How are you doing, Al?
I'm great, Aaron. Good evening, and to all on net. I have no traffic from the BC Yukon section traffic net. Thank you.
All right, no traffic from the BC Yukon net. Thank you very much, Victor Echo 7, Whiskey Juliet. How about our friends from the EMBC Northern Net and any other nets that are out there right now? Yes, people on CW. You've got the wrong guy for that one, my friend. I may have my basic and advanced, but I do not know Morse code well enough. I believe one of our outstations is monitoring, is assisting with that. Are you out there, my friend?
Go ahead, Stuart. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Stuart. That's Victor Alpha 7 Quebec Bravo from the British Columbia Emergency Net with no traffic.
That was excellent. It sounded terrific to me. You're coming through loud and clear, and we have you 5x9 and several over. So thank you very much for that. Victor Alpha 7 Quebec Bravo from the BCEN. Carrying on, I'm looking for EMBC, Do we have our man from the EMCR? Are you out there, Victor Echo 7 Romeo Sierra Mike? Hearing nothing from EMBC/EMCR. Is there anybody from a relay station on this frequency? Are there any relay stations on frequency? Over. Victor Alpha 7 X-Ray Quebec. How are you this evening?
I'm well, thanks very much, Sharon. Thank you for stepping in and taking the reins while Roly's away. I'm not sure how much help I'm going to be. I'm in Maple Ridge, but I'll keep an ear out. You can try me as an official relay station if you like. But yeah, if you run it out of Sierra Charlie, you have plenty of help. Anyway, if I can, standing by EA7X2.
Victor Alpha 7 X-Ray Quebec, thank you so much for that backup and being a relay. I appreciate any and all activity. Any other relay stations out there on this frequency? All right, carrying on. Are there any check-ins from mobile or portable stations only? Mobile or portable stations only. Check in now. Mobile CW. Who's monitoring that for me?
Go ahead, CW. V7 Bravo Echo Hotel. Anything for that? No traffic. Your use just fine. Okay, back to you.
Thank you very much for that. That was Victor Echo 7 Bravo Hotel Quebec. QSL?
Bravo Echo Hotel.
Bravo Echo Hotel. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Bravo Echo Hotel. You were coming in very clear on that particular signal. Any other mobile or portable stations only to check into the BCPSN?
Victor Echo 7 Fox Sierra Romeo Mobile.
Victor Echo 7 Fox Sierra Romeo Mobile. How are you this evening?
Doing just fine. No traffic on the way home from work in Kamloops.
Excellent. You're 5-8 into the station, and safe driving to you. Any other mobile or portable stations? All right, carrying on. Are there any RAC bulletins? RAC, Romeo Alpha Charlie bulletins. Hearing none, are there any announcements this evening from our audience? Hearing no announcements, are there any stations with health and welfare bulletins or to report a silent key? Would you want to give me a hand and pull that back up again? Hearing no stations with health and welfare bulletins or reports of silent keys. Roll call this evening will begin with the northern section. First, I will take check-ins from those wishing to make a station-to-station call while we pull up the rest of our documentation. Are there any stations wishing to make a station-to-station call?
Yeah, VE7 Fox Yankee.
VE7 Fox Yankee, by all means, go ahead.
VE7 Lima Japan, VE7 LJ, VE7FY.
V7FY, V7 Lima, Japan, 3760 Pete, and thanks, Nat.
Thanks for that. See you up there.
Roger.
Wow, that was excellent. You guys are very efficient, much better than me. Are there any other station-to-station calls or check-ins wishing to make station-to-station calls? All right, let's begin the net. Roll call this evening will begin with the north, so I will try to do as good of a job, if even half of a good a job, as Roly does. And I will take the first check-ins from the north, which will be Barrie, Burns Lake, and Clearwater. Anyone from Barrie, Burns Lake, or Clearwater?
Victor Echo 7 Kilowatt Golf Echo.
I've got Victor Echo 7 Kilowatt Golf Echo.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, you're doing just as good a job as Roly. Anyway, no traffic from Clearwater.
All right, no traffic from Clearwater. I heard someone else that was got stepped on there. Come on down.
Doug beat me out. I don't know what's going on. D7 Alpha Bravo Romeo.
Victor Echo 7, Alpha Bravo Romeo. I didn't quite catch the name, being the new guy.
Name here is Martin, and I'm in, well, basically Burns Lake.
Basically Burns Lake. That's the BBL. Excellent. I've heard it's a nice neighborhood. How's the signal out to you? You're coming in actually 5-9 into the station.
Yeah, well, you're 10 over.
Yeah, I'd say you're about 20 over. So whatever you're using, it's working. All right, carrying on. Anyone else from a Barrier, Burns Lake, or Clearwater?
VA7QI relay.
Victor, Alpha 7, Quebec, India, Sierra. What's the name there, my good sir?
Victor Alpha 7, Quebec, India. Name is Eric, and I can be a relay for about 20 minutes.
Eric, thank you so very much. And you're calling in from where, good sir?
Quadra Island. Victor Alpha 7, Quadra Island.
Victor Alpha 7, Quadra Island. Nice call sign. Good job. Thank you very much for volunteering to be one of our relay stations. I appreciate you, and we will carry on. Looking for contacts in Dawson Creek, Fort Nelson, and Fort St. John. In the north, anyone from Fort Nelson, Fort St. John, or Dawson's Creek, come on down. Nothing heard. Moving on to Hagensburg, Kitimat, Mackenzie, McLeod Lake.
Victor Alpha 7, Lima Mike.
Victor Alpha 7, Lima Mike. Can I get the name, please?
Hi, Roger. The name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, and QTH is Kitimat, and we have no traffic. Thanks very much, Aaron. Very good evening to you.
Well, thank you very much, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. You're coming in 5-9 into the station, and we appreciate your check-in from Kitimat. Out to you. Any other call signs from those areas would be Hagensburg, Kitimat, Mackenzie, McLeod Lake. All right, the Mile Houses, Horse Lake, and Lone Butte. Anyone from there?
Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Whiskey, 108.
The handle here is Butch, and it's nice to see a little different look on YouTube there, Aaron, and you're doing a fine job, and no traffic from Buffalo Creek, 7-3.
All right, Buffalo Creek, you got stepped on a bit for your call sign, so please stand by. I'm going to poke Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Whiskey. Go ahead.
Sorry about that, Butch. I didn't hear you. Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Whiskey, 108 Mile Ranch. Where Q are you? Thank you.
108 Mile Ranch. I've driven through there a few times. Nice area. Thank you very much for checking in. Now back to you, Butch. What was that call sign of yours?
Yeah, it was Victor Echo 7, Bravo Tango Echo. Doing a fine job, Aaron, 7-3.
I've got a very, very forgiving audience. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Echo 7, Bravo Tango Echo. You were coming in 5-9 into the station. Carrying on, we're going to see if there's anyone else from the Mile Houses, Horse Lake, or Lone Butte. Come on now. All right, carrying on. Prince George, Prince Rupert, Haida Gwaii.
Victor Echo 7, Echo Delta Zulu.
Victor Echo 7, Echo Delta Zulu. This is Victor Echo 7, Sierra Charlie Charlie, hosted by VA7 Zulu Zulu Alpha. How are you this evening?
Roger, I'm fine here at Prince Rupert. Name is Ron, Romeo Oscar November. And did I have your call again, please?
My call, personally, is Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Zulu Alpha, and the station's call sign is VE7 Sierra Charlie Charlie.
Okay, I know it's the station you're working to. Okay, no traffic, Prince Rupert. Good evening to you and everybody else in there.
Thank you so much from Prince Rupert. It's been a few years since I've been there. VE7 Echo Delta Zulu. For those that are listening, this is the BC Public Service Net. We do transmit and receive every day, 365 days a year since, I believe, 1947 on this frequency at this time, starting at 1:30 Zulu. Let's carry on. We are going to Haida Gwaii, Quesnel, Cinema, Smithers, and Telqua.
Victor Echo 7, Papa Lima Alpha.
Victor Echo 7, Papa Lima Alpha. You're coming in 5-9 into the station. Can I get a name, sir?
Good evening. The name is Alpha Lima on Haida Gwaii, and I have no traffic. Thank you.
All right, no traffic from Haida Gwaii from Al. Thank you very much, Papa Lima Alpha. Anyone else from the same area? Prince George, Prince Rupert, Haida Gwaii. Hearing nothing from those regions, let's carry on. Quesnel, Cinema, Smithers, Telkwa, and Stewart. Terrace, Vanderhoof, Williams Lake.
Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Yankee Lima.
Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Yankee Lima. Good evening to you. You're 5-9 into the station.
Yeah, Roger. Very good evening to you, Aaron, and all on net. You're 10 over 9 up here into Williams Lake. Handle here is Bob, Bravo Oscar Bravo, and I got no traffic for you. Have a great evening, 7-3.
Bob, thank you very much. You're coming in 10 over on the meter, and good signal. Thank you so much for checking in. Any other call signs from that area, or are there any late check-ins from the northern areas? I'll back up a bit. We'll go Smithers, Telkwa, Stewart, Terrace, now Vanderhoof. Williams Lake, Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Alaska, although I think we break those down a little bit later. So I'm looking for Vanderhoof, Williams Lake, Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Alaska. All right, hearing no other stations from the north, as mentioned, this is the BC Public Service Net. We are doing the roll call, and we'll be moving on to the eastern section. I'm going to start with groups of 3 with those call signs and see if I can pick up the pace. Armstrong, Ashcroft, Castlegar.
Victor Alpha 7, Oscar Alpha.
Victor Alpha 7, Oscar Alpha. Good evening to you. You're coming in 10 over to the station.
Yeah, I'm just trying out a new mic. I think it's wired wrong. No, it's not. Okay, thank you very much, and I'm no traffic.
Thank you very much, Oscar Alpha. You're coming fine. It's not Ma Bell quality, but it's definitely coming in 15 over, and I can understand you just fine. So keep it up, keep tweaking, and keep playing with the kit. Any other call signs from Armstrong, Ashcroft, or Castlegar?
Break.
Go ahead, break.
Yeah, Aaron, Paul Victor Alpha 7 X-ray Quebec. Yeah, you're doing fine there with the operating from Charlie there. You're picking up everything. I'm not going to be able to hear you. So anyway, I'm going to back out and lead you to it. And Eric's in there, Victor Alpha 7 Quebec, India, to give you a hand from a bit of a different geographical area. So I'm going to let you go, and thank you very much for stepping in and taking the net control duty. You're doing a fine job there. So Victor Alpha 7 X-ray Quebec.
Victor Alpha 7 X-ray, you're more gracious than most. I do appreciate the well wishes, and I do appreciate everyone here who's checked in and watching on YouTube. And we are broadcasting and transmitting live. So if for some reason you are not checking out your YouTube channel with the BC Public Service Net, please do take a search in the search engine for YouTube, find the live feed, and you'll be able to see all the wonderful stuff that Ian spends so much time putting together. Your signal, your everything's here. So to me, I feel like I'm sitting in front of Mission Control down somewhere in Houston. Let's carry on, and thank you once again for checking in. Cranbrook, Elko, Kimberley.
Victor Echo 7, Tango Golf Alpha.
Victor Echo 7, Tango Golf Alpha. Go ahead, you're coming in 10 over.
Yeah, you're about 20 over here. And I have no traffic from Cranbrook. Thanks for being there. 7-3.
7-3 to you there, Tango Golf Alpha. Anyone from Elko, Kimberley, or Creston?
Victor Echo 7, Charlie Whiskey Mike.
Victor Echo 7, Charlie Whiskey Mike. What's the name and where are you calling from?
Name is Mike, and they're calling from Cranbrook, and I have no traffic for the net. And good evening to all. Over.
Thank you, Charlie Whiskey Mike. Appreciate that check-in. Anyone from Creston, Enderby, or the Falklands?
Victor Alpha 7, Lima Golf Romeo.
Lima Golf Romeo. What's your handle?
I'm handling here with Jerry, and I'm in North Creston, and QRU 73.
Excellent. You're coming in 10 over to the station. I assume we're booming in where you are. Over.
25 over.
I love this station. All right, still looking for anybody from Cranbrook, Elko, Kimberley, Creston, and now Enderby and Falkland.
Victor Alpha 7, Bravo November.
Victor Alpha 7, Bravo November. Good to hear from you. What's your handle, sir?
My handle here is Echo Delta
And you're 20 to 30 over, and my station in kind of southern Creston, closer to the U.S. border, about any rate. No traffic for the one man. Have a good net.
Thank you very much, Ed. Victor Alpha 7 Bravo November from Creston. I really appreciate the check-in, and you are coming in 5 over into the station. I hope it's coming in well for you there as well. Out to you, sir. Let's continue on. Any other stations, Creston, Enderby, Falkland area?
Victor Echo 7, Papa Charlie.
Papa Charlie. Great call sign. What's the handle, sir?
Good evening, sir. Bob, Bravo, Oscar Bravo. I'm Fort Steele, just not too far from Cranbrook. Thanks for stepping in for Roly tonight. You're doing a great job, Aaron, and that sweater looks really good on YouTube. Victor Echo 7, Papa Charlie 73.
All right, fashion comments from the ham radio community. Gotta like that. This is one of my favorite sweaters, so thank you very much for the comment. It's good to hear from you there, Bob. Papa Charlie there in Fort Steele outside the that main area. And you take care and have yourself a wonderful week until we hear from you again. Any other call signs from that last grouping, Creston, Enderby, Falkland area? All right, hearing none, we'll carry on in the east. Fairmont Hot Springs, Grand Forks, Christina Lake.
Victor Echo 7, Papa Sierra.
All right, I got Papa Sierra, so other call sign, please stand by. Victor Echo 7, Papa Sierra, go ahead.
Yeah, Aaron, name is Peter, Grand Forks, no traffic. You're pushing 20 over and more on a 26-foot vertical. Sounds great.
Yeah, you're pushing about 20, 25 over here into the station, and you're coming through nice and clear. Barely can tell there's a bit of background noise, which is to be expected at this frequency.
All right, not bad for a 50-year-old rig. See you later, 7-3.
Yes, who doesn't want to crack out the old Heath kits, right? The 101s. Have yourself a good night, 7-3 to you, sir. The other call sign that got stepped on, go ahead.
Victor Alpha 7, Oscar Kilo.
Victor Alpha 7, okay. Good evening to you. What's the handle, sir?
Dave, and I'm from Grand Forks.
Grand Forks, good place to be from. You're coming in 10 over. How are we doing for you?
You're hitting 25, 40 over.
Oh, well, something just happened because you jumped to 15 to 25, so good on you. No traffic, I assume?
No traffic.
All right, thank you very much, Alpha 7 Oscar Kilo. Dave, have yourself a good one, 7-3. Anyone else from Fairmont Hot Springs, Grand Forks, Christina Lake? No? Hearing nothing, let's carry on to Kamloops and Lillooet. I know there's some of you out there.
Victor Echo 7, a Uniform Charlie. Jack and Kamloops, we're QRU.
All right, Jack and Kamloops, Victor Echo 7, Uniform Charlie, you're coming in 20 over. How are we doing for you?
30 over in this end.
Nice. Glad to hear that you're out there. Any traffic?
No traffic.
Excellent. Bravo Zulu to you, sir. Have yourself a good one. Look forward to seeing you on the list next week. There was another call sign that was in there. Please come on down.
Victor Echo 7, Echo Mike.
Victor Echo 7, Echo Mike. I like getting all these guys with the 2-letter call signs. This is excellent. What's the handle?
Handle is Gary, Golf, Alpha, Radio Yankee. No traffic, 7-3. Aaron.
7-3 to you as well, Gary. Victor Echo 7, Echo Mike, out to you. Any other call signs that might have gotten stepped on while we were talking?
Victor Alpha 7, Kilo Echo Oscar, Ken from Lillooet, Kilo Echo November.
Victor Alpha 7, Kilo Echo Oscar, Ken and Lillooet, thank you very much for checking in. You are coming in 5-10 over. How are we doing for you?
You're plus 10 over for me, and I have no traffic from my station. Thanks very much for being there. 73 to all.
All right, 7-3 to you, Ken. Anyone else from the Kamloops, Lillooet, Kelowna, Winfield area? Kelowna, Winfield. Anyone from Kelowna, Winfield? Come on down. Hearing nothing from that area, carrying on. Logan Lake, Merritt.
Victor Echo 7, Charlie Whiskey Tango.
Victor Echo 7, Charlie Whiskey Tango. May I have your handle, please?
Good evening, Aaron. The handle here is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, and the QTH is Merritt. And your signal to my QTH tonight is just about 40 over the F9.
Yeah, you're coming in. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube. Probably can tell you're about 20 over. You're a little attenuated, so your RIP might be off by a bit.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much for that, Aaron. I'm just trying to do a little correction there right now.
Excellent. If you want to check in a bit later, please do so. Any other call signs from the Kamloops, Lillooet, Kelowna, Winfield, Logan Lake, Merritt area? Logan Lake, Merritt. All right. How about Nelson?
Victor Echo 7 Tango Echo Bravo.
All right. Victor Echo 7 Tango Echo Bravo. Good evening. What's the handle?
Handle here is Terry Tango Echo Romeo Yankee QRU from Nelson.
QRU from Coquitlam. You're 15 over into the station, and you sound just fine. How are we doing for you?
You're a good 20 over and good audio, great audio actually.
That's excellent. Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear. A little bit of background hiss as expected at this frequency, as mentioned before. 7-3 to you, Terry. Have a good night. Looking forward to hearing from you next week. Anyone else from the Kelowna, Winfield, Logan Lake, Merritt area? Nope. All right, back to Nelson. Anyone from Nelson? Oliver Soyuz, Karamias.
Victor Echo 7, Papa Bravo Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 7, Papa Bravo Foxtrot. Good evening to you. What's the handle?
Good evening, sir. You're sounding great this way. 15 over 9. The handle is Frank. Foxtrot, Romeo, November Kilo. Sound is over. You're 20 over almost. 7-3.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, on the BC Public Service Net YouTube page, you would see that you're about 10 to 15 over into the station. So good work, and thank you so much for checking in. 7-3 to you, sir. Still looking for Oliver Osoyus Karamias.
VE7 X-Ray Golf.
Wow, VE7 X-Ray Golf. Good evening, and welcome to the BC Public Service Net. How are you this evening?
Good evening to you, Aaron. My name is Jerry. We're in Karamias, and we have nothing for the net, and you are 20 over 9.
You are 10 over 9, so thank you so much for checking in. No news from that neck of the woods, which is probably a good thing. There's bad things happening there. There's bad things happening everywhere. 7-3 to you, sir. Anyone else from Oliver, Osoyuz, and the Karamias districts?
VE7 Alpha Papa Lima, Karamias.
Victor Echo 7, Alpha Papa Lima. What's the handle?
Handle here is AL, Alpha Lima.
Alpha Lima? Good to meet you. I'm Alpha Romeo Oscar November. So you're coming in about 10-15 over. How are we doing for you?
20 to possibly 30 over. Very good signal. Very nice audio.
Excellent. Thank you. The boys here have done an excellent job producing a station that, well, you guys have seen it. It's amazing around here. So thank you so much. You peaked out at about 15 over. Thanks, Al. 7-3 to you. Anyone else from that area? Oliver Osoyuz Karamias? Nope. All right. Carrying on. Going to Penticton and Revelstoke.
Victor Alpha 7, Delta Lima Charlie.
Delta Lima Charlie. Good evening. What's the handle?
The name here is Mark, and I'm in beautiful downtown Naramata, British Columbia. I got you at about 20 over S9 this evening, and QRU, I suppose.
Yeah, you're coming in at about 10 to 15 over here into Coquitlam, so it's sounding great, and good to hear from you. Are you, since you're in the Naramata Valley, I assume you're drinking wine?
Not tonight. It's ginger ale and chicken strips for dinner.
I thought you were going to say CC and ginger there for a second, but enjoy the chicken strips.
Roger. Thanks for taking my check-in.
Not a problem. You have yourself a wonderful evening. Mark, Victor Alpha 7, Delta Lima Charlie, out to you. Anybody else from the Penticton, Revelstoke area?
Victor Echo 7, Lima, Juliet, Lima.
Lima, Juliet, Lima. What's the handle there, good sir?
Good evening, it's Larry, and I'm in Revelstoke. No traffic tonight, and it's nice to put a face to call sign, a voice on the radio. YouTube's looking good.
Ah, thank you. I think they put some filters on. They made me look about 20 years younger. I'm actually 65. All right, Victor Echo 7, Lima, Juliet Lima, good to hear from you. Larry, you take care. 7-3, you were coming in 10 over. Anyone else from the Oliver, Soyuz, Karamias, Penticton, Revelstoke area?
I have to take off, Aaron, Victor Alpha 7, Quebec, India. 7-3, and great job.
Thank you very much. I don't have the emoji thing, so I'll have to use my real thumb. You have yourself a good night, and thanks a lot for covering me for a few minutes and taking care of that for us. You have yourself a good night, sir. All right, carrying on. Roslyn Trail, Fruitvale. Carrying on. Salmo, Edgewood Hills. Salmon Arm, Sicamous, what a great name, and Blind Bay.
Victor Alpha 7, Tango Whiskey Lima.
I believe that call sign was Victor Alpha 7 Tango Whiskey Lima. QSL?
Roger, Aaron. The handle is Tom. QTH is Magna Bay on the north shore of Shuswap Lake. You are 20 over S9, and I have no traffic for the net.
Thank you very much, Tom. I'm not sure if you're watching on YouTube, but we had you about 5'9" plus 5 there a bit, so it looked pretty good. Thanks a lot for checking in. It must be very beautiful up there in those nice cold winter evenings as the sun sets. Sounds excellent. All right, you have yourself a good evening there, Tom. Tango Whiskey Lima, out to you. There was another call sign that jumped in. How can I help you?
7 Hotel Delta, early check-in, no traffic.
Excellent. Thank you very much for checking in. Take care. Early check-ins are okay. Make sure that you stay safe out there. Looking for, like I said, Salmon Arm, Sicamous, Blind Bay, Summerland. It's a good thing this is transcribed, so if I miss anybody's call sign, I can always use ChatGPT to pull out everyone's call signs. All right. Anyone from Vernon and Lumbee?
Victor Echo 7, Uniform India Hotel.
Uniform India Hotel. Handle, please.
Good evening. My name is Ted. We're in Vernon. I got no traffic. They're coming through about 30 for me.
All right, you're coming through about 10 over. Sounding excellent. Good setup, good rig, and a nice piece of kit going on there. You have yourself a good night and take care. All right, we're going to shift into the Alberta and East area. So before we go on to that, I'd like to remind everybody this is the BC Public Service Net on 3.729 megahertz. Appreciate everyone who's checking in. If you're just joining us, you're more than welcome to check us out on YouTube. I don't have it up in front of me, which would be kind of strange to watch, but we are under BCPSN in the search bar for YouTube, and you'll see the live stream. You'll see a lot of information up, the signal strength, what you look like on the meters, and it's also very good information for all of you that are out there. So tell your friends that on Wednesday nights, this is where you want to check in. All right, moving on to Alberta and East. According to my list here, I'm looking for Edmonton and North. Okay, how about just Edmonton?
Southeast BC, VE7, Echo Zulu, India.
Southeast BC, Victor Echo 7, Echo Zulu, India. Can I get a handle, please?
The name here is Bob, Broken Old Bottles, no traffic. Your signal is consistently, big, 20 over. Yeah, no traffic for the net, actually, and I have one more check-in here for you.
All right, Bob, Broken Old Bottle, Echo Zulu, India. Go ahead.
Good evening, Victor Echo 7, India, Golf, Bravo. Name is Grace. In Vernon, no traffic. Thanks for doing the net. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Grace. Victor Echo 7, India, Golf, Bravo. Nice to hear from you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thanks a lot, Bob, for doing that for us.
Yeah, 7-3, no problem.
7-3 to both of you. All right, just a quick backup. There's anybody from the northern or eastern areas that just want to quickly check in before I continue with Alberta and the East?
Victor Echo 7, India, Echo Mike.
All right, India, Echo Mike, handle, please.
Yeah, the handle here is Mark there, Aaron, and you're rocking the Rockies at 20 over S9 and no further traffic from the Southern Rocky Mountain Trench. 7-3.
7-3 to you, sir. You're 10 over into the station here. Appreciate that. Victor Echo 7, India Echo Mike, out to you. All right, anyone else from those other areas of the north and the east of British Columbia, Armstrong through Vernon? All right, hearing no late check-ins, we'll continue with Alberta and the East. According to my list here, I go to Edmonton Red Deer. Any Edmonton Red Deer folks out there listening in?
Victor Echo 6, Mike Juliet Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 6, Mike Juliet Foxtrot. Good evening to you. My handle is Aaron. What's yours?
Jim, good to know you, bud.
Nice to talk to you too, Jim. How are things there in the Wild Rose Country?
Not too bad. It's about -2, and we're live on the right side of the grass. I got nothing else to report. You have a good night.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim. Mike Juliet Foxtrot from the Victor Echo 6 area. Out to you, sir. Anyone else from the Edmonton Red Deer area? Over.
73 to you too, Todd.
Anyone else from Edmonton Red Deer, Calgary? How about just plain old Calgary? I'm working on my list. Now it says Calgary South. Any check-ins from Calgary South? Now we go even farther east. Is anyone from Saskatchewan out there listening to the BC Public Service Net on 3.729?
What about the rest of Alberta?
Oh, well, okay. I guess we could talk to the rest of Alberta. How about the southwest corner of Alberta? Southeast corner of Alberta?
Okay, what about northern Alberta?
I'm getting there.
Victor Echo.
All right, let's go with the northeast section of Alberta.
Victor Echo 6, Romeo November Echo Portable.
Victor Echo 6, Romeo Mike Echo Mobile. QSL?
Romeo November Echo Portable.
All right, Romeo November Echo Portable. You're coming in pretty good. How are we doing for you over there?
Yeah, you're 10 over 9 into Whiteford tonight. Nice signal and nice everything else. You're doing a great job. East of Germany, no other traffic. Another one for you.
Thank you so much, Romeo November Echo. You're coming in just a little over 5.9, so we'll see. You're coming in with a good, strong signal, and I do appreciate that check-in. And because he so politely pointed out that I should check all of Alberta, is there anybody else in Alberta who'd like to check in to the BC Public Service Net?
Victor Echo 6, November Kilo Yankee.
All right, I heard Victor Echo 6, November Kilo Yankee. My handle's Aaron. What's yours?
My name's Nikki, November Charlie Kilo Yankee. I have no traffic, and have a good night. You're looking good on YouTube. 73.
Uh-oh, I'm starting to develop fans. Thank you, Nikki. November India Charlie Kilo India. I wrote it down, double kilo. You were coming in quite well there, as you saw on your frequency monitor, on your signal strength indicator. I appreciate the check-in. 7-3 to you, miss. Any other check-ins from the great province of Alberta? Did anyone else catch that for a relay? Guess not. Must be hearing things. All right, so let's carry on with where we were before we had to go back to Alberta. I'm looking for anyone in Saskatchewan. Any Saskatchewan listeners? Ooh. Victor Echo 5, Bravo Whiskey. There we go. QSL. Victor Echo 5, Bravo Whiskey Sierra. QSL?
Sure.
Okay, I think I got most of that. Victor Echo 5, Bravo Whiskey Sierra, and Victor Echo 5, Juliet Papa November. QSL? Juliet Echo November. Jen, gotcha. Very good. Thank you very much. Where are you calling in from? 100 kilometers south of Moose Jaw. Got that. I don't quite have Roly's ears or his experience, so if I'm missing any of you out there, I do apologize. But it's great to hear from you, Bravo Whiskey Sierra and Juliet Echo November. Thank you so much for checking into the net. You were coming in 5758, so I can't complain too much. Not a problem. Really appreciate you taking the time to check in with us. And obviously, you can check us out on YouTube and you can comment on my sweater. Thank you so much. And 7-3 to you. I believe there was another call sign that jumped in there. Anyone else from Saskatchewan?
Kilo Charlie.
Call sign Kilo Charlie. Say again. Over.
Victor Echo 5, Kilo Charlie.
Got that one. Victor Echo 5, Kilo Charlie. QSL?
He's 5'9" here in Alberta. And you're also 5'9" copy here. And of course, it's cool, but hey, it's winter in Saskatchewan. Nothing else for you. Have a good evening.
Well, thank you very much. You're coming in 5'9" into the station, so I appreciate that. And thank you very much for the call. You guys take care out there. Anybody else from Saskatchewan?
VE5, Victor Golf.
Wow. VE5, Victor Golf. You are coming through like you're on my cell phone. That's a great signal. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from about 100 kilometers south of the city of Regina, here on the family farm. And you're about 10 over here from me back this way as well. Excellent signal. Have a good evening. I have no traffic for now.
All right, 7-3 to you, sir. You are 10 over on this particular frequency into Coquitlam. Thank you very much. Victor Echo 5, Victor Golf, correct? USL? That was right. All right, anyone else from Saskatchewan? All right, one last check for Saskatchewan. All right, hearing no further traffic from Saskatchewan, let's go to Manitoba. Any stations checking in from Manitoba? Hearing nothing from Manitoba, let's just throw it out there. Anybody east of Manitoba who's checking into the BC Public Service Net? Well, it was worth a shot. All right, let's take a tackle at the southern area of British Columbia. I'm going to come back into BC, so we're going to start working on Abbotsford and Clearbrook.
Victor Echo 7, November Oscar Whiskey.
Victor Echo 7, Alpha, Oscar Alpha.
All right, I got two call signs there. Victor Echo 7, November Oscar Whiskey, and Victor Echo 7, Alpha Oscar Alpha. I think that was QSL for November Oscar Whiskey. Go ahead.
Yeah, fine.
Ken here in Abbotsford. No traffic. Thank you.
7-3 to you, Ken. Hey, Alpha Oscar Alpha. I kind of gave you mixed signals there. Go ahead, say again, over.
Yeah, no traffic from Preston.
All right, thank you so much, Alpha Oscar Alpha. Looking for anyone else from Abbotsford, Clearbrook?
Victor Echo 7, Lima, Lima.
Victor Echo 7, Lima, Lima. Where are you located? What's the handle?
Good evening. I'm Lloyd in Abbotsford.
Excellent, Lloyd in Abbotsford. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Any traffic?
No traffic.
Excellent. And you're coming in loud and clear. I have you at least 20 over. All right. Anyone else from Abbotsford, Clearbrook area, please? As a reminder, this is the BC Public Service Net on 3.729. We are running every day at this time on this frequency for a number of decades, so I appreciate everyone who continues to make this an active part of the amateur radio community and the emergency communication systems here in British Columbia. Let's carry on. Anybody from Burnaby? Burnaby.
Victor Echo 7, Uniform Romeo November.
Victor Echo 7, Uniform Romeo November. You're coming in 20 over. What's the handle?
Yeah, good evening to you and all on board. The handle here is Bruce, Bravo, Romeo, Uniform, Charlie Echo, and you're 35 to 40 over here at Metrotown. No traffic though for you.
Not a problem. You were coming in about 30, so with a kilowatt, I'm hopefully a couple of over on the meter. So thanks for checking in with the no traffic. Anybody else from Burnaby?
This is Victor Echo 7 Sierra Whiskey Fox Southwest Pre-Occupancy.
Hey, Sierra Whiskey Foxtrot. It's not Monday. It's Wednesday. How are you?
Oh, we're doing well here. Sorry for being a little bit out of sequence, but we appreciate your indulgence. It's Mark V7 AFZ and Steve Victor Alpha 7 Romeo Sierra Mike here at the Southwest Pre-Occ, and we'll be doing our checks on 3735 in about half an hour or so.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So Sierra Whiskey Foxtrot, Romeo Sierra Mike, and what was that last three?
Victor Echo 7 Alpha Foxtrot Zulu.
All right. SWF, RSM, and AFZ. Good enough. Thank you very much. You guys enjoy your net and take care. Anybody else checking in from Burnaby? All right. Hearing nothing else from Burnaby, Chilliwack, and Sardis. Chilliwack, Sardis. Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, and my hometown, Port Moody.
Victor Echo 7, Victor Tango.
Victor Echo 7, Victor Tango. Good evening. How are you? And anything to report?
Nothing to report. I'm glad I made it through the first transmission on this rig. And handle is Fred Foxtrot Romeo Echo Delta. You're doing a fabulous job, Aaron, and I'm QRU.
That's excellent. You're coming in 10:15 over, which is great. You said you have a new rig. You might as well tell us now, since we're all wondering, what's the new rig?
It's a non-G2, and it might be sitting in the rack behind you next week.
Oh, sweet. Like I said, you're coming in 10 over, and we can even hear your dog. So it's definitely picking up very, very well. All right, Victor Tango, out to you. Anyone else from the Coquitlam, Port Moody area? Carrying on, Delta, Ladner, Sawasan.
VE7 Alpha Foxtrot Whiskey.
Victor, Echo 7, Alpha Foxtrot Whiskey. Good evening, how are you?
Not too bad. You're 40 over in Sawasan. Probably hear you when I open the window. No traffic. Good job, Aaron.
Hey, thanks a lot. I guess with my voice, you probably could hear me all the way to Sawasan. Alpha Foxtrot Whiskey, you're coming in 10 over, and we appreciate the ongoing participation. You do check in frequently, and I do appreciate you.
Thank you very much. And, well, I got an old radio here put up, and it wasn't on the air for the last 10 years. It's a Kenworth TS950S. Back to you.
950S, classic rig. Nothing wrong with it. That's something I think these young kids have to kind of get their head wrapped around. Just because it's old doesn't mean it doesn't work. And actually, it probably works a little bit better. It's burnt in. All right, anyone else from the, where was I? Oh, yes, Delta, Ladner, Sawasan area. All right, Hope and Princeton. Langley, Fort Langley, and Aldergrove.
Victor Alpha 7, X-ray, Foxtrot Mike, +1.
All right, Victor Alpha 7, X-ray. I'm sorry, I didn't catch the rest. Say again, over.
X-ray, Foxtrot, Mike, and +1.
Victor Alpha 7, X-ray, Fox, Mike, QSL on that. How are you this evening, over?
Very well. You coming +15 here to Langley. Otherwise, no traffic from my side, and here is the second operator.
Well, you're coming in about 5.9. You're kind of peaking out at about 5 over, so you're doing well from the Langley area. No traffic. Do appreciate that. 7-3 to you, sir. Anybody else from the Delta, Ladner, Tawasin, Hope, Princeton, Langley, Fort Langley, Aldergrove areas? All right, my old hometown, Maple Ridge and Pitt Meadows. Okay. No, nothing heard. Out to Maple Ridge and Pitt Meadows. Mission.
Victor Echo 7, India Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 7, India Foxtrot. Good evening to you. What's the handle, sir?
Aaron, Steve, and no traffic from Mission.
Excellent. Well, you're definitely pushing the meter. Seen a couple red bars over the 5.9. How are we doing for you?
Oh, 10 or 15 over.
Yeah, you're doing about 15 over as well. Thanks a lot for checking in, Steve. Take care. We'll see you next week. 7-3 to you, sir. Anyone else from Mission? Over.
Echo 7, X-ray, Whiskey,
Romeo November Kilo.
Okay, got 2 there. I got X-ray Whiskey Papa. We'll let you go first. Other call sign, wait out. Go ahead, X-ray Whiskey Papa.
X-ray, Whiskey, Alpha.
Oh, X-ray Whiskey Alpha. Gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Frank at Victor Echo 7, X-ray, Whiskey, Alpha, no traffic.
Thank you very much. You're coming in quite strong into the station. I hope you're watching on YouTube. And don't forget, if you're listening, we are on YouTube. Check it out. Put BCPSN into the search bar, and you'll see us live and all the cool technology that's been set up here for you to enjoy your amateur radio endeavors. Who was that other call sign that jumped in?
Victor Echo 7, Romeo November Kilo.
Victor Echo 7, Romeo November Kilo. Good evening, and how are you?
Good evening. In here from Langley, no traffic, and 7-3.
7-3 to you. You're coming in quite clear. I hope we were doing well for you as well. Take care. Anybody else from where was I? Got lost. The Mission area.
Victor Echo 7, India Bravo Juliet.
Wow, sounds like some guy who does FM radio. That's amazing. Who is this India Bravo Juliet person? What's your handle?
It's Roy, Romeo Oscar Yankee, and yes, I was in broadcast radio for a number of years, and I do special event announcing now, although pretty much retired. No traffic from the hills of Mission.
All right, thanks a lot, Roy. Yeah, you had that voice. I'm like, this guy's announced hockey games or something. He's got a good voice. Thanks a lot for checking in, Roy. You take care, and 7-3 to you, sir. Anybody else from the hills or the lowlands of Mission? All right, I'm going to carry on. New Westminster. Does nobody own a radio in New Westminster anymore? All right, how about North or West Vancouver?
Victor Echo 7, Foxtrot Bravo Kilo.
Victor Echo 7, Foxtrot Delta Kilo. QSL?
Victor Echo 7, Foxtrot Bravo Kilo.
Foxtrot Bravo Kilo. QSL?
Roger.
All right, you're coming in 10 over. How are we doing for you?
You're booming into westbound about between 20 and 40 over.
Well, thank you very much. Anything to report, good sir?
No traffic, and thanks for taking my check, and have a wonderful evening.
Not a problem. We've got you recorded in blue pen. All right, carrying on. Anyone else in the North and West Vancouver area? Hearing nothing from the North and West Vancouver area, moving on to Powell River, Sunshine Coast, and Texada.
Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Juliet, Quebec.
Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Juliet, Quebec. You're coming in 20 over into the station. What's the handle?
Good evening. The handle is Rick, Romeo India Charlie, and you're between 30 and 40 over here in Seashore and no traffic.
Not a problem. Thanks a lot. Romeo Alpha Charlie, or Romeo Juliet, Quebec. You're coming in and booming in at about 20 over. So thanks a lot for checking in. Anybody else from I guess that would be the Powell River, Sunshine Coast, Texada areas, or any of the islands in the Gulf?
Victor Echo 7, Juliet Golf Zulu.
Juliet Golf Zulu. Good evening. What's the handle?
Good evening. It's Gordon Roberts Creek. You're coming in 10 over here and looking pretty good on YouTube. 73.
I think it's the sweater. Yeah, you're coming in at about 20 over there, Gord. Sounds really good. Thanks a lot for checking in. Anybody else from the islands over there on off our west coast of Vancouver?
Victor Echo 7, Tango Bravo Papa.
Yankee, and in Victoria.
Okay, I got Tango Bravo Papa. The other one, hold on a second. I know I did say anybody off the west coast of Vancouver, and I didn't quite hit Victoria. I was specifically looking for the islands themselves, the small ones. So who is Tango Bravo? Say again, over.
This is Victor Echo 7, Tango Bravo Papa. Mark and Gibson, you're coming in 30 over. I have no traffic.
All right, Gibsons, you're coming in 20 over. Tango Bravo Papa. All right, carrying on to anybody else on the small islands in the Gulf.
7 Golf November Hotel.
Golf November Hotel. My handle's Aaron. What's yours and where are you calling in from?
Yeah, sorry, I just realized I was QRP. Yeah, it's turned up now. It's Victor Echo 7 Golf Delta Hotel. Good evening to you and all on that. No traffic from Salt Spring Island.
All right, no traffic from Salt Spring Island. Thanks a lot for checking in, Golf Delta Hotel. Have yourself a good one. All right, let's carry on. Anyone else? Power River, Sunshine Coast, Texada. That's interesting. Why isn't Victoria on here? Weird. All right, let's, before we move on, just notice that we're going to do the island section after we do the USA, so please stand by. Anybody from Richmond or Surrey? Richmond or Surrey?
Victor Echo 7, Charlie, Quebec.
All right, I had one Morse code in there, Charlie, Quebec, so hold out. Any of those guys out there who can help out a guy who doesn't do CW, and take that report for me, over.
V7 Delta Sugar.
Delta Sugar, VE7 Delta Sugar. Thank you very much for checking in. Like I said, don't do Morse. We'll have to pick that up eventually if I ever want to be an instructor. But thank you very much for checking in, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. 7-3 to you, sir. That I understood. All right, Victor Echo 7, Charlie, Quebec. Come on down.
Yeah, good evening. I think you said Aaron. Sandy here in Richmond, 10 over 9. No traffic. Thanks, Aaron.
20 over into the station. Thanks a lot, Sandy. You have yourself a good one. 7-3. Don't forget to check in next week. All right. Anybody else from Richmond or Surrey?
Victor Alpha 7, Sierra Juliet Tango, Surrey.
Sierra Juliet Tango in Surrey. Surrey's a big place. What part of Surrey?
2 blocks north of White Rock. This is Stuart, Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey, Alpha Romeo Tango. I've got you coming in somewhere between 30 and 40 over, Aaron. You've got a great signal, my friend.
Thank you. I wish it was my kit. It is simply on loan. You're coming in 10 over here into the station, and I guess 2 blocks north of White Rock would be South Surrey, so that's okay. I'll take that one. Your signal is excellent. Have yourself a wonderful night.
Roger.
7-3 to you, sir. All right, anybody else from Surrey, including South Surrey? So if you're on the wrong side of Johnson, you can't call in. Only people in South Surrey and White Rock get that joke. All right, anybody else from Surrey overall? All right, anybody from Vancouver?
The lonely one. I see you got the big chair. Victor Echo 7, Oscar Romeo with no traffic.
Oscar Romeo, thank you so much. What part of Vancouver are you in, sir?
I'm right in the heart of the downtown east side of Vancouver, Strathcona, and it's nice that you gave Roly a break. 7-3.
7-3 to you, sir. I'm sure you're watching on YouTube. Your signal is very strong, coming in quite clear. Hopefully it's doing the same for you at that end with my kilowatt over here. Anyone else from the greater Vancouver city? All right, carrying on. No one else in Vancouver. Anyone in Whistler, Squamish, Pemberton?
Victor Alpha 7, Kilo Echo.
Angelic voice of Kilo Echo. Good evening. What's the handle? Mine's Aaron.
Good evening, Aaron, and everyone on the net. Handle here is Kathleen, and Kathleen from Squamish.
All right, Kat from Squamish. You are coming in loud and clear here, about 10-15 over. How are we doing for you?
Yeah, you're booming, 30 over.
Yeah, you just peaked at 20. Good rig. Looking forward to hearing from you next week, so 7-3 to you. All right, anybody else from Whistler, Squamish, Pemberton, and other little cities I don't know the name of? Victor, Echo 7, Charlie, Uniform, QSL? All right, you're coming in 5-9 to the station, but you're quiet but readable. Thank you very much for taking the call. Heard no traffic. You take care, and we look forward to hearing from you next week. 7-3 to you, to Charlie, Uniform. Anyone else out in that Whistler, Squamish area? All right, hearing nothing from that section of BC. How about White Rock, the other side of Johnson?
Victor Echo 7, Charlie Romeo Tango.
Victor Echo 7, Charlie Romeo Tango. Good evening to you, sir. What's the handle? Mine is Aaron.
My name is Demi, D-E-M-E, And good evening to all on net. No traffic.
All right, Demi, CRT, Charlie Romeo Tango, you're 20 over into the station, and we appreciate your check-in. Looking forward to hearing from you next week. You take care, and we will see you then. Anybody else from the White Rock area? All right, before we proceed to the USA and the island section, I'm just going to ask for any late or missed check-ins from the south, the north, the east, the Alberta East, and anybody who is not on the island or not in the United States. Please come now with your call sign. That includes portables and mobiles.
Charlie Delta. Charlie November Zulu.
There's a few of you out there. Let's try that again. I had one that was Charlie Zulu. You go first.
Victor Echo 7, Charlie November Zulu.
All right, Charlie November Zulu. Good signal, QSL, and where are you calling in from?
Good evening, and we're calling from Atlasher. My name is Bill, and I'm looking at you on YouTube, and we have no traffic tonight. Thank you.
All right, you're coming in 10 over. Thank you so much for checking in. I appreciate that. All right, next one. I'll see if I can catch a few.
Victor Alpha 7, Mike Juliet Sierra.
Victor Alpha 7, Mike Juliet Sierra. Another voice that sounds like it belongs on the radio, or at least telling horror stories on like audio tape. My name's Aaron. What's your handle?
My name is Michael Aaron. I do not believe I've heard you before. Anyway, there is no traffic for my station.
Excellent. QDH, where are you located?
About 130 miles north of you.
Oh, okay. That's not that far away. Might be a long walk. Thanks a lot for checking in. Your signal's quite strong. Are you watching us on YouTube?
I don't have a computer.
Good for you. You're not missing much. All right, my friend, have a good night, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Any other call signs anywhere but USA and the island?
Victor Alpha 7, Romeo Charlie.
Okay, I got Romeo Charlie. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening from Prince George, and no traffic from my station.
All right, you're coming in 10 over. Thanks a lot for checking in to Romeo Charlie. Who's next?
Victor Alpha 7, Golf Charlie Delta.
I believe that was Victor Alpha 7, Golf Charlie Golf, QSL?
Golf Charlie Delta in North Delta, and it's George, and I have no traffic.
Golf Charlie Delta, QSL. Thank you very much. No traffic from Delta. I appreciate that. Anyone else out there? Like I said, it's not the island and it's not the United States. Go.
Victor Alpha 7, Hotel Whiskey Golf.
All right, I got Victor Alpha 7, Hotel Whiskey Golf on that one. QSL?
QSL, this is Glenn from Prince George. No traffic.
All right, Glenn coming in loud and clear here to the station. Lots over on the bars. How are we doing for you over there?
Well, you're 10 over up here.
Yeah, you're about 10 over here too as well. Have yourself a good one. Hotel Whiskey Golf. All right, next call sign. Go.
Mike Tango.
Okay, I got the call sign with Mike Tango. Mike Tango, go ahead, say again, over.
Good evening, this is VE6 Mike Tango, Murray in Calgary. No traffic, over.
All right, you're coming in 20 over to the station. Understand, no traffic. Thank you very much. Victor Echo 6, Mike Tango from the good state of Alberta. Province of Alberta. 7-3 to you, sir. All right, go ahead, next call sign.
Delta, Whiskey Delta.
Okay, Victor Echo 7, Delta, Tango Delta, QSL?
VE6, Delta Whiskey Delta.
Okay. VE6, Delta Whiskey Delta. Go ahead. That's your handle, and you're coming in quite loud and clear.
Good evening, sir. The name's Wayne, Whiskey Alpha Yankee November Echo from Water Valley with no traffic. Thank you, sir. 7-3.
Not a problem. You're coming in 15 over to the station here in Coquitlam. Thank you very much for checking in. Victor Echo 6, Delta Whiskey Delta. All right, next call sign. Go.
Victor Echo 7, Sierra Alpha.
Victor Echo 7, Sierra Alpha. QSL?
Yeah, QSL, Aaron. Canos Bruce in Port Alberni, and I have no traffic.
All right, no traffic from Sierra Alpha. You're coming in 10 over to the station, so thank you very much for checking in. All right, continuing on with anybody who is not in the United States and is not on Vancouver Island. Go.
VE7, Golden Zulu.
All right, VE7, GZ, QSL.
QRU out of Cranbrook, you're about 25 over 9 here. Good evening.
7-3 to you too, sir. You're about 20 over. Are you watching us on YouTube?
No, I'm not. I forgot about the net. I just got on the radio.
Not a problem. I really appreciate that. 7-3 to you, sir. You're coming in 10:15 over. Just a reminder to everyone else who's stumbled upon 3.729, and this is the BC Public Service Net. It's our daily net, running 365 days a year since the 1940s, the last time we had big floods and they built dikes, which they never rebuilt again. And you are listening to Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Alpha. My name is Aaron, and the station that is hosting it tonight is Victor Echo 7, Sierra Charlie Charlie. Before we move on to the United States and the island section, I would doing a general call out to anybody across British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, and even into the North, Yukon, and the territories.
Victor Echo 7 Tango Tango.
All right, the first one I got was Victor Echo 7 Tango Tango. Other call signs, please stand by. Tango Tango. QSL?
Yep, Roger. V7TT, Tony here in Coquitlam.
Excellent. Thanks a lot for checking in, Tony. As you can tell, your signal's doing quite well. Are we booming in where you are?
Well, you're smashing my antenna at least 300 million meters per second, probably at a force of about 100,000 nanovolts.
There you go. Lots of neutrinos flying around. Tango Tango, thank you very much. I'm going to continue on with the net. There were some other call signs. Whoever can get to me first, go.
Victor Echo 6, Mike Charlie Lima.
Victor Echo 6, Mike Charlie Lima. QSL?
QSL, V6MCL, you're looking good on YouTube, Aaron. I have no traffic from Calgary.
All right, you're coming in 5 over, but you can tell that. Thanks a lot for the check-in from Calgary. All right, next call sign. Go.
Victor Alpha 7, Quebec Alpha Delta.
Delta. Victor Alpha 7, Quebec Alpha Delta. QSL.
No traffic, drown out. Thank you.
Not a problem. 10 over. Next call sign.
Victor Echo 7 Golf Bravo Oscar.
Victor Echo 7 Golf something?
Yeah, Victor Echo 7 Golf Bravo Oscar.
GBO Golf Bravo Echo Oscar. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine, thank you, Aaron. Thanks for picking up the net for Roly. A very good evening to you. Victor Echo 7 Golf Bravo Oscar. I have nothing for net.
Not a problem. You're 20 over. Appreciate the call. All right, I know some of you guys are out there. Go.
Victor Alpha 7, Bravo Delta Golf. Victor Echo 6, Zulu Hotel.
All right, I got 2 there. I'm getting better. Victor Alpha 7 Bravo Delta Golf and Victor Echo 6 Zulu Hotel. I'm going to go with Victor Alpha 7 Bravo Delta Golf. QSL?
QSL, no traffic.
All right, coming in 5-9. Victor Echo 6 Romeo Hotel. QSL?
Victor Echo 6 Zulu Hotel. Handle is Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. Here about 10 over and nothing for the net. Thank you.
All right, Victor Echo 6 Zulu Hotel. You're 5 over into Coquitlam here in British Columbia. Thank you very much for the check-in. Any other call signs that are not USA and not Vancouver Island? And I know USA and Vancouver Island, you're probably itching to get in your buttons, but let's get everyone else done first. Anyone else out there?
Victor Alpha 5, Alpha Kilo.
Okay, I'll take the call sign that had the hotel in it. Go ahead. All right, maybe that wasn't a hotel. Was anyone with a call sign that had a golf in it?
Really?
Yeah, go ahead, relay.
Yeah, you had a VE5 in there.
Okay, we'll try that one. Victor Echo 5 call sign. Say again, over.
Victor Alpha 5, Delta Alpha Kilo.
Victor Alpha 5, Delta Alpha Kilo. Where are you calling in from? QSL?
I'm calling in from Saskatchewan. Name is Dave, Delta Alpha, Victor Echo. I am. Who are you?
Yep, you're coming in 5 over. How are we doing for you, sir?
10 over 9.
Not bad. Thanks a lot for checking in. Hopefully we'll see you next week. I won't be here, but Roly will. All right, any other call signs that are not USA and Vancouver Island? Go ahead. I'm still writing them down.
Victor Echo 6, Tango Victor Echo.
Victor Echo 6, Tango Victor Echo. Good evening, and QSL.
Roger, and the handle here is Jim. Juliet India Mike.
Juliet India Mike, you're 5'9", into Coquitlam. How are we doing where you are?
Oh, hard to say. I have really noisy location.
All right, well, you're 5'9" plus 5 on a good bump, so thanks a lot for checking in. You can always check us out on YouTube if you want to take a look at your signal strength.
QSL.
QSL. All right. Any other call signs that are in the mainland of the continent, not including the United States and not Vancouver Island?
Victor Echo 6 United Sierra.
Victor Echo 6 United Sierra. QSL?
QSL, Aaron. I'm watching you on YouTube. Looking good. A nice setup in the background. And this is Jadjeet. I'll spell it for you. Juliet Alpha Germany Juliet India Tango. Pronounced as Jadjeet. Located in southeast Edmonton. And it's been a long time since I checked in. And no traffic. Best wishes. And best wishes to everyone listening. This is Victor Echo 6 United Sierra.
All right, Victor Echo 6 United Sierra. This is great to hear from you. This is glad that you've come back. As we all know, this particular club doesn't have any membership fees. It's free. Oh, I guess except for all the kit we have to buy. But yeah, excellent. Encourage your friends. This is a great net to be a part of, and we all really appreciate people checking into one of the longest established nets anywhere on the in the country. Victor Echo 6 Uniform Sierra, out to you. Any other call signs that are in the south of the province, Alberta, Manitoba, anywhere else in Canada besides the United States and Vancouver Island?
Victor Echo 7 Whiskey Mike.
Victor Alpha 7 Whiskey Mike, QSL?
Yeah, Victor Echo 7 Whiskey Mike. Cal here, Kilo Alpha Lima and Cal with no traffic.
All right, no traffic. You're coming in 5-9. Thanks a lot for the check-in, and we'll continue on. Any other late check-ins, mobiles, portables, come on down.
Victor Alpha 7 Mike Charlie Echo Marine Mobile.
Victor Alpha 7 Mike Charlie Echo, QSL?
Am I late?
Victor Alpha 7 Mike Charlie Echo Marine Mobile in Cowichan Bay and no traffic and enjoying your YouTube feed.
Thanks a lot. Like I said, you guys are a very, very forgiving audience. Victor Alpha 7 Mike Charlie Echo. Appreciate the check-in on portable Cowichan Bay. You take care and enjoy the beautiful, beautiful part of the province. I think you're very fortunate to live there. Bravo Zulu to you in 7-3.
7-3.
All right, there was another call sign who said he was late. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 7 Delta X-Ray Foxtrot. Sorry about that. I didn't hear that chap out there. V7DXF, no traffic.
V7DXF, thank you very much for checking in, and don't worry, I was late too. Any other call signs out there before we go to the United States and Vancouver Island, because I'm sure they want to start talking.
Roger, 73.
7-3 to you, sir. Any other call signs that are not Vancouver Island or the United States? All right, hearing no further traffic, let's shift over to the United States of America. Any U.S. call signs for the BC Public Service Net here in Coquitlam, British Columbia?
Whiskey 7 Uniform Juliet.
Whiskey 7 Uniform Juliet. Handle here is Aaron. What's yours?
Okay, Aaron, this is Ed in Sandpoint, Idaho. You're about 25 over here in Schweitzer Mountain Ski Resort above Sandpoint. A very nice signal tonight. No traffic.
All right, you're 10 over into Coquitlam, so thanks a lot for checking into the BC Public Service Net, and enjoy the skiing. 7-3. Any other call signs from the United States of America?
Kilowatt Bravo.
All right, call sign Kilowatt Bravo. Say again, over.
Relay.
Okay, relay.
Yeah, Alpha 8 Kilowatt Bravo. Good evening there. Good evening there, Mr. Mike.
I can just hear you there, Todd. Just barely hear you. Yes, QRU, Lake Michigan, 73, Eric. I'm your most DX check-in for the night, probably.
Yeah.
7-3 there, Mike. Good evening to you there. 7-3. Alpha 8 Kilo Bravo, 7-3.
Alpha Kilo Bravo was the call sign. QSL?
Alpha 8 Kilo Bravo.
Number 8.
Ah.
Go ahead.
Alpha Hotel Kilo 8. I can hear you just fine. I will talk to you hopefully next time. And yes, you are probably my most distant DX contact over the waves. I'm sure there's people somewhere else on the planet watching YouTube. 7-3 to you, sir, and thanks a lot for checking in from Lake Michigan.
Correction there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the call sign is Alpha 8 Kilo Bravo, is located in Benton Harbor, Michigan, the home of Heathkit many years ago.
Thank you for that correction. Alpha 8 Kilo Bravo. QSL?
That is correct.
Excellent. Actually, my father used to work for Heathkit. He was at the store that was on Kingsway way back in the day before they shut it down about 82, 83. I used to have Heathkit computers all strewn out through my house. My dad would sit there and we'd solder them together and build old 086 computers and Hero 1 robots. And those little things you stick into the plants to tell how the water is and how wet the plant is.
I have built numerous Heathkits over the years. Anyway, proceed, sir. You're doing a heck of a good job.
Like I said, you're all too gracious out there. Any other check-ins from the United States of America?
Kilo India 7, Alpha Yankee Romeo.
Wow, Kilo India 7, Alpha Yankee Romeo. Good evening to you, miss. My name is Aaron. What's your handle?
Aaron, the name is Cynthia, and I live north of Spokane by about 2 hours. I'm about 20 minutes south of the Canadian border.
Oh, good. That's I'm about 35 minutes north of the Canadian border. Cynthia, you're coming in quite loud and clear. Are you watching us on YouTube, or are you just monitoring?
I'm just monitoring. I didn't know I could watch you on YouTube.
Oh, yes. For those of you who aren't know the net very well, the gentleman and the team that runs this, for Wednesday nights, the BC Public Service Net streams this transmission live on YouTube. So when you check in to look at your signal, you can see us live on YouTube and you can see how you come into our station. So if you go to YouTube and in the search bar type in BCPSN, it'll give a list of all the all the transmissions we've done with Roly, and right now the live broadcast. Thank you very much for checking in, Cynthia. Kilo India 7 Alpha of Yankee Romeo. You were coming in about 10 over.
Thank you very much, and I will check that YouTube, particularly Wednesdays coming up.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, and we appreciate all of you who participate and are interact with our channel. Kilo India 7 Alpha Yankee Romeo, out to you. Any other call signs from the great states of the United States of America? Are there any relays that anyone else is picking up from our American counterparts? All right. Hearing nothing from the United States, I will now transfer to, last but not least, the island section. Let's start with Alert Bay, Malcolm Island, Port Alice, Port Hardy, Port McNeil, Scarlet Point, and Was. Campbell River, Gold River, Discovery Islands.
Victor Echo 7, Whiskey Mike Uniform.
Victor Echo 7, Whiskey Mike Uniform. QSL?
QSL, Bill and Campbell River, no traffic from my station, 73 to all. Victor Echo 7, Whiskey Mike Uniform clear.
Whiskey Mike Uniform, you were 10 over. Out to you. All right, anybody else from Campbell River, Gold River, Discovery Islands, Comox, Courtney, Hornby Island? Cowichan Valley, Malahat, Chemainus. Here's one that sounds like it should be a beer. Gabriola.
Victor Echo 7, Bravo Echo Foxtrot.
All right, Victor Echo 7, Bravo Echo Foxtrot. QSL.
QSL Aaron, you are 20 over on Gabriola. I have no further traffic to the net.
Not a problem. You're 10 over into the station. Thank you very much for the call. Bravo Echo Foxtrot. Carrying on with Comox, Courtney, Hornby Island, Cowichan Valley, Malahat, Chemainus, Gabriola. Ladysmith, Thesis Island, and Cassidy.
Thetis, T-H-E-T-I-S.
Thetis Island. Thank you very much for the correction. This is Victor Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu Alpha conducting the BC Public Service Net. Who's the call sign?
Oh, my call, Victor Echo 7, Golf Bravo Oscar. I checked in already.
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's great. I didn't know how to pronounce it. Where is that island?
Oh, that's just west of me, about 6 miles.
Oh, okay, cool. How many people live on that island?
Oh, probably about 400.
Wow. Okay, great. That's terrific. Hopefully more of them get radios. Thanks a lot for the update. Anyone else from that particular island? And Cassidy. All right, let's get on to the big part of the island, Nanaimo. I know there's people in Nanaimo.
Victor Echo 7 Bravo Golf Papa.
Golf Papa. Victor Echo 7 Bravo Golf Papa. This is Aaron. What's your handle?
I'm Jerry Golf Echo Romeo Yankee. We're in Nanaimo. No traffic and going to other net.
All right, good. You were 20 over. Enjoy the other net. I'll speed it up so everyone else can get there too. Anybody else from Nanaimo? Lanceville, Parksville, Qualicum Beach, Nanoose.
Victor Alpha 7, Papa Bravo Papa.
Victor Alpha 7, Papa Bravo Papa. How are you this evening?
I'm good. Yep. Howie from Parksville here, and no traffic.
Excellent. You're 20 over. Thanks a lot for checking in. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Anybody else from Lanceville, Parksville, Qualicum Beach, Nanoose? No? All right. How about north, east, west, south, Pender Island? Anybody on Pender Island? All right. How about Port Alberni?
Victor Alpha 7, Yankee.
Victor Alpha 7, something Yankee. Say again, over.
Victor Alpha 7, Juliet Yankee. Name is Jim. You're 20 over, and I got no traffic.
All right, you're 20 over into our station. I've got no traffic for you. Thanks a lot for checking in, Jim. Appreciate it. Victor Alpha 7, Juliet Yankee, out to you. All right, still working on the Pender Island, Port Alberni section. I'm kind of overlapping myself because now I realize this is the island section, which includes the Gulf Islands. So, Salt Spring, Maine, Galliano.
Victor Alpha 7, Alpha X-Ray Hotel.
Ah, yes, Victor Alpha 7, Alpha X-Ray Hotel. My handle's Aaron, and you are?
I'm Alice, and I have no traffic from Salt Spring.
All right, Alice, you are 30 over into Salt Spring. I have a question. Do you host a net on Salt Spring Island?
Yes, and it's happening at 7 o'clock.
Right. Okay, so I'll speed this up. You got 10 minutes. Thanks a lot for checking in. You were 20 over, and good luck on your net tonight. This is Victor Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu Alpha for the BC Public Service Net, hosted out of VE7 Sierra Charlie Charlie. We're almost done. Looking for Salt Spring Island, Maine, Galliano, and Sydney.
VE7 Golf Delta Hotel again.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I misheard before when I checked in before. I thought you were doing the Ireland section, but obviously not. Sorry about that. The
GDH.
No. That's me. That's operator error. I was being a bit too rambunctious about the small islands. I didn't realize we had an island section. It would help if I do my homework before I do these sorts of things. Thanks a lot for checking in. I do appreciate it. All right, Sydney and Souk. Sydney and Souk.
Victor Echo 7, Bravo Whiskey Alpha. Victor Echo 7, Bravo Whiskey Alpha, no traffic, over.
All right, I got Bravo Whiskey Alpha QSL with no traffic. Say again, over.
7-3, V7BWA, out.
All right, 20 over. Thanks a lot. Other call signs from that area, go ahead.
Victor Alpha 7, Foxtrot Alpha.
Victor Alpha 7, FA QSL.
Victor Alpha 7, Fox Alpha.
Victor Alpha 7, Fox Alpha QSL.
QSL, no traffic, thank you.
15 over. Thanks a lot. All right, anyone else from that area? Go ahead. Well, that was a very clear signal, but I don't do Morse. Anyone out there good on that and be able to help me out with that one? Over.
V7 Delta Echo Hotel with no traffic.
Victor Echo 7 Delta Hotel QSL, no traffic.
Victor Echo 7 Delta Echo Hotel. Good evening, Aaron. And you're doing a fine job there, and lovely signal, good strong signal. V7DH standby.
Victor Echo 7 Delta Hotel. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate the compliment. Just doing the best I can. Appreciate it. There were some other call signs in there. Go ahead, try again, and I'll catch you.
Correction on the call.
Victor Echo 7 Delta Echo Hotel.
Victor Echo 7 Delta Echo Hotel. QSL?
Roger.
Excellent. You're coming in loud and clear. How are we doing over here for you?
this is the same station. I mean, the relay, the Salt Spring one, or Thetis. Victor Echo 7 Golf Bravo Oscar relay.
All right, Victor Echo 7 Golf Echo, say again, over?
Negative, Victor Echo 7 Golf Bravo Oscar relay.
Ah, okay, Golf Bravo Oscar relay, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the relay. Delta Echo Hotel, the correction.
Ah, thank you very much. Do appreciate it, DH, for the correction. Appreciate the assistance. And Victor Echo 7 Golf Bravo Oscar, we appreciate your participation as well. 7-3 to you, sir. All right, any other call signs that are in the island section? We haven't gotten to Victoria yet, so hold out. We're still looking for Salt Spring Island, Maine, Galliano, Sydney, Souk.
Victor Echo 7 Golf Charlie Charlie.
Victor Echo 7 Golf Charlie Charlie, QSL?
Roger that, Aaron. My name's Corey, and QTH is in Souk, and I have no traffic. Good to hear you in there, 73.
Thank you so much. Once again, gracious audience, you are 20 over into the station here. Anybody else from the island section minus Victoria and Ucluelet in the west coast? Sydney, Souk, Salt Spring Island, etc.
Lima.
Call sign with Lima. Say again, over.
Victor Alpha 7 Alpha Charlie Lima, over.
Victor Alpha 7 Alpha Charlie Lima, QSL?
Yeah, QSL, Aaron. Good signal here. I don't know where your QTH is. I'm in Ladysmith. Can you check in Jacqueline, Victor Alpha 7, Juliet Echo Tango, Jacqueline as well, over.
Gotcha. You're 5-9 into Coquitlam, British Columbia. We are on the what was originally called the Riverview grounds. It is now the land of the great gray heron. And we transmit on 1 kilowatt from this station. Usually Roly, Victor Alpha 7 Romeo Alpha, is doing remote from his boat in Milltown. All of this kit's been set up by Victor Echo 7 Hotel Sierra. Ian does an excellent job. Hence, here I am on YouTube. You know, probably see all my pores and every zit I've had since I was 12. But definitely appreciate you guys that are out there. So I got you two. Victor Alpha 7 Alpha Charlie Lima and Victor Alpha 7 Juliet Echo Tango. Just so you know, your writ's off a little bit. You're a bit attenuated.
Yeah, roger. Okay, thanks for that, Aaron. VA7 ACL.
All right, ACL and Juliet Echo Tango, out to you. All right, almost done. Anyone else in the island section? Mine is Victoria, Ucluelet in the west coast.
Victor Echo 7 Delta Echo Hotel, Aaron, is in Sydney. When you get into that area, I'm located in Sydney.
Ah, gotcha. Delta Echo Hotels in Sydney. Tracking that. There was another call station that got stomped on. Go ahead, over.
Victor Alpha 7 Oscar Charlie.
Victor Alpha 7 Oscar Charlie. QSL?
QSL, no traffic for the net, new 732 all. VA7 OCC.
VA7 OCC, 5 over into Coquitlam. Thank you very much. Any other call signs before we get to Victoria and Ucluelet West Coast? All right, let's take the fun part of the Vancouver Island, Ucluelet and West Coast, like Tofino. Who's out there? Like, seriously, none of you surfers on the West Coast have radios? Anyone from Ucluelet, West Coast, Tofino? All right, how about Port Hardy? Okay, that's it. Enough for those Ucluelet West Coasters. Going to Victoria Esquimalt. Who's checking in from Victoria Esquimalt?
Victor Echo 7 Sierra Lima Yankee, Ed in Victoria.
Victor Echo 7 Sly Sierra Lima Yankee. This is Aaron. What's your handle?
Hey, there's Ed Echo Delta. And would you also check in Victor Alpha 7 Hotel Mike? No traffic from either station. Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. Thank you, sir. 20 over to Coquitlam. Got for Victor Echo 7 Sierra Lima Yankee and Victor Alpha 7 Hotel Mike. All right. Anyone else from Victoria Esquimalt area? You'd think the Navy would check in. They got a lot of radios in those boats. Or anyone else from the Victoria Esquimalt area for the BC Public Service Net?
Victor Echo 7 Sierra X-Ray Alpha.
Victor Echo 7 Sierra X-Ray Alpha. Nice call sign. My handle's Aaron. What's yours?
It's Kevin Kilo Echo Victor India November. Good evening and no traffic.
All right, you're coming in 10 over. What's your QTH?
Saanich.
Nice, Saanich. Thanks for checking in. You're doing quite well. 510 over here into Coquitlam. All right, anyone else from Victoria, Esquimalt-ish area? All right, we've got some nets starting in about 2 minutes. Everyone wants to jump onto. Anyone else at all from the island section at all? Anyone from the island section anywhere? I'm going to work it backwards real fast. Anybody from the United States of America wanting to check in? Anybody from the south part of British Columbia?
Victor Alpha 7, Lima Delta Tango.
Victor Alpha 7, Lima Delta Tango. QSL?
That's Roger. I have no traffic.
Excellent. You're 10 over, slightly attenuated. Check your RIT, but besides that, your signal's nice and strong.
Yeah, you are 20 over as well. Thank you, 7-3.
7-3 to you, sir. All right, next one we're looking for, as I shuffle my papers, Alberta and the Easton, anywhere outside of British Columbia. Anybody in the east part of British Columbia?
Victor Echo 7, Juliet Bravo, Quebec.
Victor Echo 7, Juliet Bravo, Quebec. QSL.
Roger there, Aaron. The name on this end is Jason. You're doing a dandy job and looking good on YouTube as well. Other than that, I got no traffic for you.
All right, this is going to be my winter sweater for any time I do the BC Public Service Net. Victor Echo 7, Juliet Bravo, Quebec. You were coming in 20 over. Appreciate that. You have yourself a good one, and thank you very much for checking in on YouTube. Anybody else from the east part of British Columbia? Anybody from the north part of British Columbia?
Victor Echo 7, Tango, November.
Victor Echo 7, Tango, November. QSL?
Roger. No traffic, old man.
All right, you're 10 over. Thanks a lot for coming in. I do appreciate it. All right, any other call signs from the north? All right, any other call signs to the BC Public Service Net? If you haven't come in now, come down now or forever hold your peace. Any stations at sea? Any stations in space?
No comment.
All right, go ahead, call sign.
V7 Delta Echo Hotel, when you were talking about Sydney earlier, BA7 FA, BA7 FA, or BA7 FA, he's in Sydney as well. And there's another check-in for that area. By the sounds of it, to me, Sydney and Salt Springs still on more traffic.
Excellent. I'll just throw it out there. Is anybody else who's listening from Sydney like to check in by themselves without a relay? Go ahead.
Victor Alpha 7, Mike Echo Victor.
Victor Alpha 7, Mike Echo Victor. QSL?
QSL Market Cone. I was too late for the southern BC. Excuse me.
That's okay. Half of life is showing up. The other half is showing up on time. So I'm glad you came in to check in. Victor Alpha 7, Mike Echo November. You're 5 over into the station. How are we doing for you?
You're good 5-10 over and super readable. Really clear.
Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. I don't own the technology. I just get a chance to run it. All right. Any other call signs anywhere that have heard my voice and want to check into the final stage of the BC Public Service Net here on 3.729 megahertz? This is the BC Public Service Net. I am about to wrap up the net, so if you could hear me and like to check in before we wrap it up, please come with your call sign now.
It's a relay.
Relay, go ahead.
It's a V6 trying to call you.
Victor, Echo 6 call sign. Please say again, and I will do my best to pick it up. Victor, Echo 6 call sign. Nothing heard. Is there a relay for the Victor, Echo 6 call sign?
Relay.
Go ahead, relay.
Yeah, this is Victor Alpha 7 Lima Delta Tango Relay. It's Victor Echo 6 Romeo November Charlie.
Victor Echo 6 Romeo November Charlie. And thank you very much for the relay. The relay station, you need to adjust your RIT. You're a bit attenuated. Victor Echo 6 Romeo November Charlie. I can't hear you, but we do have a relay. Go ahead. Well, for my ears, that's a 2x2. Anyone can relay that message?
He just said he was from Edmonton, Alberta.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Romeo November Charlie, checking in from Edmonton, Alberta. All right, really. Last call. Any other call signs checking into the BC Public Service Net here on 3.729?
Whiskey Alpha 6, Yankee Sierra Mike.
Whiskey Alpha 6, say again, over.
Yankee Sierra Mike.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Yankee Sierra Mike, QSL?
Yeah, copy. The name is Steve. I was just passing by. I'm in Grants Pass, Oregon, southwest corner of Oregon.
All right. Well, you're not our farthest DX contact. We had someone from close to Lake Michigan. But do appreciate it. Just so you know, this net checks in every day at 0130 UTC. It is the BC Public Service net, so you're more than welcome to check in anytime you have your rig up.
All right. Sounds good. I'll put it in the log. See you later. Alpha 6, Yankee Sierra Mike. Bye-bye.
Whiskey Sierra Mike, you were 10 over into Coquitlam, British Columbia, about 25 miles north of the Canadian-U.S. border. Thank you very much for checking in. Any other call signs you want to check into the BC Public Service net? Don't need a membership. Come on down.
Kilo Charlie 7, Charlie Uniform Echo.
Kilo Charlie 7, something Uniform Echo.
Charlie Uniform Echo. Charlie Uniform Echo. I'm in Montana, northwest corner, Eureka, and just checking in. Happen to hear you. 73.
All right, thanks a lot. Kilo Charlie 7, Charlie Uniform Echo. You were coming in 15 over into Coquitlam, British Columbia, about 25 miles north of Blaine, Washington, which is the border. This is the BC Public Service net. We check in every day at 0130 UTC. I've been doing so for, about, 60 years. So thanks a lot for checking in from Montana.
Yeah, good to hear you out there. 73, KC7CUE.
All right. You have yourself a good night, 7-3 to CUE. This is Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Alpha, net control for the BC Public Service net, hosted by Victor Echo 7, Sierra Charlie Charlie. Are there any call signs anywhere that can hear my voice that want to check into this frequency and join us? Ooh, there's somebody deep in the noise, but you're 3x3 for me. This is Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Alpha on the BC Public Service net. Any other call signs? Say again, over. All right, last call. This is the BC Public Service net. Any other call sign that can hear my voice, please do check in. Come now with your call sign using a phonetic alphabet.
Alpha 7, Charlie Golf Mike, Ken in Royston.
Victor, Alpha 7, Charlie Golf Mike, QSL?
QSL.
Nice, you're 5-8 into Coquitlam. How are we doing for you and where are you located?
Royston on Vancouver Island, you're coming in 5-9.
Nice. Yeah, you're coming in 5-9, weak but readable. I'd say you're readable. For me, for the older guys who've got good ears, you're probably coming in loud and clear. Thanks a lot for checking in, and we look forward to seeing you next week. We're here every day at 0130 Zulu on this frequency. 7-3. Any other call signs? Come on down.
Victor Echo 7, Foxtrot Oscar Golf for a quick recheck.
Okay, Victor Echo 7, Foxtrot. Can't get the rest of it. Go again, over.
Victor Alpha 7, Foxtrot Oscar Golf.
Nice. Victor Alpha 7, Fox Oscar Golf. QSL.
QSL, you're 40 over at my station in Comox Valley North, and I have no traffic.
All right, you're 20 over into the Coquitlam station. Thanks a lot for checking in from Comox. 7-3 to you, sir. Any other call signs that are out there?
Victor Echo 7, Delta Echo Hotel. Quick recheck.
Victor Echo 7, Delta Echo Hotel. Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I was just going to inform you there's a BCEN at 7 o'clock, and just quite a while ago now, the PMO net started up at 18 or 640, and that finished around 57. Just to give you an idea what's happening at the same time, I think that's why FA and BWA checked in a little earlier. Just information for you, I was just going to say to you, one expression you used I hadn't heard in an extremely long time. You know, if you can make up your mind or forever hold your peace. I haven't heard that for years. Anyway, I thought I'd mention that to you. V7DEH, thanks for listening. 73, hope you have a great evening.
Hey, thanks a lot. Background for me is both my father and my grandfather were radio operators. and they kind of got me hooked on it. I think some of you would have heard I did some Heathkit stuff when I was younger. So definitely like to use some of the old sayings, and I do appreciate anyone who can help me get better at this. We all learn. I am nowhere near to being an expert, and I appreciate all the feedback that I get. So thank you to all that are out there. I know there's many nets for you guys to take part in, so is there any other call sign that wants to check into the BC Public Service Net here on 3.729?
Victor Alpha 7, Golf Echo.
Victor Alpha 7, General Electric, QSL.
Roger, and Enderby, no traffic, thank you.
Not a problem. Coming in through 59 at Coquitlam. Have yourself a good night, Bravo Zulu. Any other call signs? Okay, unknown call sign. I say again over. You're a little bit weak. You're about 4-4 for me. Say again over. Victor Echo 7 something Papa. Say again over.
Really?
Go ahead over.
Yeah, Victor Echo 7 November Sierra Papa. Any traffic? And with no traffic.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Victor Echo 7 November Sierra Papa. Appreciate the check-in, and thank you very much for the relay, good sir. 7-3 to you. All right. Once again, any other call signs for the BC Public Service Net here on 3.729? This is the BC Public Service Net. My call sign is Victor Alpha 7 Zulu Alpha. This hosted by Victor Echo 7 Sierra Charlie. Last call for anyone and any call sign that can hear my voice that wants to check into the BC Public Service Net here in Coquitlam, British Columbia.
Victor Alpha 7 Tango Foxtrot, just turned the dial.
Victor Alpha 7 Tango Foxtrot, thank you very much for checking in. We started at 0130 UTC. We're here every single day, 365 days a year, so feel free to check in anytime you turn our dial our way.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I've been at this for over 30 years. I just was up on the northern net and just turned the dial and went, oh, yeah, there they are. But anyway, better late than never.
Like I said before, a half of life is showing up. The other half is showing up on time. So thanks a lot for being here. And you were about 10 over.
Yep, you're the same over here. I'm in Kitimat, and it's Tony, okay?
All right, Tony, thanks a lot. My handle's Aaron. Appreciate the check-in. Even if it's late, I'm still here. You're still there. It's all good. All right, Bravo Zulu and 7-3 to you, sir. Any other call signs for the BC Public Service Net? Any relays that anyone's picking up for the BC Public Service Net? All right, for the 6th time, this is the last call for the BC Public Service Net. Are there any other call signs that wish to check in? If you can hear my voice, please do check in. All right, I'm going to call it. This concludes the BC Public Service Net for this evening. My thanks to stations that supplied relays. All of you guys were excellent. Thank you so much. And to those giving us clear operating frequency, thank you for not interfering. Please tune in tomorrow evening at 0130 UTC when the next net control station will be on to host this everlasting net. The net is now closed at, what time are we? I've got, thank you. 0312 UTC. Thank you, 7-3. This is Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Alpha, out.
Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Alpha, Victor Echo 7, Golf Roly.
Victor Alpha 7, Zulu Alpha, unknown call sign, go ahead.
Yeah, Victor Echo 7, Golf Roly. I wondered how you did tonight.
I felt pretty good. How did you find I did?
Said, how many did you have tonight?
Oh, how many? Can't quite tell you. I haven't added them all up because I did it by hand. But if I had to guess, I'd say we had well over 100 contacts.
Roger. Okay, 101 minutes, and I'll stand by for your count there. Okay.